Hi! Welcome back to Advi's Homestead Life. It is 18th of March and we are going to do the March garden tour. Come along! The dog's not happy that they can't come in. So we are going to start this part of the garden. I have already made 20 little holes in the ground where I'm going to sow two early varieties of potatoes. It's a bit chilly today because it's cloudy. When the sun's out, it's so beautiful. I had to go and put the coat on because it was cold. So the first variety, it's called Polytunnel. I can't really pronounce it, but that's the variety I'm going with this year. And it's a purple potato, as you can see. Beautifully chitin, ready to go to the ground. So what I'm gonna do, I'm probably gonna put two, let's say, of which I've got more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 22. Both the same. So I'm just gonna do probably half of this variety. And another half, it's called Ruby Magic. And that's purple as well. Actually that looks more blue and this looks purple. So look at it. And that we're probably gonna go this side. So half of them gonna be the blue and another half the purple potato, and they both, sun's out, yes. Both of them they are early varieties. And hopefully, I'm hoping to harvest these potatoes in June time, mid to end June, beginning of July. So yes, I'm so happy. We have few rows of garlic. I just left it there, so I'm just gonna put the potatoes around it. Behind you, the tunnel, it's nearly ready. I like to remove all these luscious beans of it, but we cleared the one side now. We're just gonna clear this other side, and then I've already got the bed ready in here. Actually, we've got onions in here, but I can't remember now if onions or shallot and what variety. I'm really naughty not to mark it, so just have to wait and see. And they come up, I kind of know. But yeah, it's got a row of onion in this side, and probably I'll wait till about April. I don't know when, but I'm gonna sow beans in here. That's gonna be the bean arch. And inside the arch, we've got garlic, these clumps, what they just grew back from last year. You know, when I leave a couple of garlic cloves behind and they just multiply. So from all the clove now sends these green shoots up. So I've got loads and loads in there, but I've got that much garlic that I don't need them, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Same in here, look, got millions. What? I don't know. Not short of garlic, sorry. So this side we've got a row of onion as well. Again, I'm not sure the variety. So it's either the snowball or shallot. Can't remember. My herb garden still look a bit of a mess, but it's just still dormant, not much happening. I've collected these little baby arches uncovered behind you. The turnip, spinach, radish, and garlic, 2 rows of garlic there in here as well. So my plan is on this side of the garden all along to I've made this as a path. So if I stand here and then look back, it's the path all the way. It just looks beautiful. And I'm gonna make 4 raised beds here. You can see the 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna do the same on the other side. 1. At the moment we've got some cabbages in here, and looks like Brussels sprouts and kale what survived the winter. But it's gonna be, I keep this going, and then I'm gonna make 4 bed in here, same. 1, 2, 3 and 4 raised bed. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna put in there yet. I've got a plan actually. I've planned it all. I have to have a look my in my planner, but that's the plan anyway. So we're getting there now, clearing this garden, getting it ready for the upcoming growing season. I'm thinking using this patch as a sweet corn patch. So I might do like, I don't know how many I can put in there, quite a few, because they like to be close together because they self-pollinate with help of the wind. So I might put sweet corn in here. So eight raised beds, sweet corn, that's the herb, bean arch. I've got onions on both sides. Other side where we've just been is gonna be potato and garlic until July, June, and then I'm probably gonna put either squash or courgette, we'll see. The next one is the brassica cage. I honestly, because we had such a cold winter, I've lost 99% of my plants in a brassica cage. The only one thing survived, and that's one purple sprouting broccoli. Look how pretty! Oh, that's the only thing that survived. That don't look good neither there. So what we've just done, I'm gonna rake everything out. That's got like homemade compost on it. Now this is actually ready to be planted, but because of the weather we still got quite a bit of a frosty morning and we're still only in mid-March. I wait a bit, and I'm gonna put some brassicas in here. So in an April garden tour, probably we can maybe do it together, or I might surprise you, you might gonna be full by then, I never know. Red hot poker still sleeps. Right, this patch is gonna be my main crop potato this year. So I've covered it because that's got now underneath these cardboards. There is my homemade compost, a nice layer, and because it's a homemade compost, you know, I've got all sorts growing in there. I'm not sure if you remember this time last year, grow its own garden in my compost bin, and I left it, and I don't want to do that again. So I covered it, tried to suppress all the weed and anything will try growing, and this is gonna be my main crop potato, what we're going to probably put the potato seeds in here in April, and that's gonna be harvested probably about August time. So if we move along, I've still got this project going on with my compost bin, but I would like to talk about it in maybe another video. So if you go, look and see now, look how nice these arches are all the way with the path. I know it's so bare, so probably for you thinking it's like, oh, that's not nice. For me it's beautiful, but because I can already imagine all the things growing over it, you know, and all the lush plants and everything's going around, it's gonna be amazing. We've got again. Oh yeah, I just remember what I've sowed in here, but I'm not sure if it's gonna come up. I've sowed some sugar snap pea all along here, and we've got a row of onion, and this side got nice homemade compost. And I've got 2 rows of onions the other side. So I'm very happy about these onions, look really good. I've used onion bulbs and I've put these onions in last year in August. And look how beautiful they are. I know it's full of weed, I really need to weed in here. But if you can see past the weed, you can see how beautiful my onions are. I am really happy with it. And that one chard survived the winter, the minus 12 degrees Celsius we had. So, yeah, I think we nearly done the garden, so we're only this much left now. This all that, from where I stand until that little wall is, it was all flower area, but I would like to use it more vegetable than flower. So I kind of moved and restricted the flower area, although these tulips are now beautifully coming up. They'll be definitely out for the next storm all along. I've only got this much as a flower bed now, so we have some narcissus, daffodils, and I put some dahlia bulbs. You can see it, you'll see when they come up. And then I've cleared all this and put a good layer of homemade compost, and probably we're gonna grow in here squash this year. So yeah, that's exciting. I think that's it. We've done the garden tour. Look, my rose doing amazing. Can't wait this to be flowering. And what I'm gonna do, now I'm gonna put the potatoes in. I'll just maybe show you a few how I'm gonna do it. So probably I'm gonna put 2 seed potato in each, and I'm gonna cover it just with a little bit of this homemade compost, but it's not quite homemade compost yet, but that's all I have. So I'm just gonna cover this up, not too much, gentle, try to not to kill take those chittings off, and then maybe just like that. And every time that will come out, I'll just keep covering it and covering it up, mound it up. So yeah, I'm gonna do that in a minute. I'm gonna do the whole area. I'll just quickly show you the raised beds. So the fruit cage is looking bad at the moment, but as soon as we're gonna have warmer weather, that's gonna go to a jungle. By the summer, probably we need some shed to go get in. It's gonna be that much of a jungle. But at the moment, I can show you around because it's easier. Tell you what is where. When I planted this fruit cage, I thought, wow, I'm gonna have so much fruit growing in here, you know, not knowing that loganberry grows 20 meters a year, right? So even though I cut this back every year because it's best fruit in the following year, so you know, this was last year, was it? Or year before? Was gone like dry, and this is the fresh. This is gonna bear fruit this year, and this year autumn I'm gonna cut this back and it will send new shoots for the following year. I think that's right. But anyway, this, I had so much loganberry, honestly, it's like, I can't even tell you how much, absolutely loads and loads. But this grows like crazy. This probably would need 10 times of this cage, but never mind. So we've got the loganberry, and then I've got cornelian cherry. When I planted in here, I wasn't aware of the cornelian cherry is a tree. I thought it was a bush, so I thought, oh, that's a cute little bush. We'll have some. I've read about the cornelian cherry. My family grow them at home, and they make some lovely jam and all sorts. But when I helped my cousin to go and pick it last year, they are huge trees, right? Say like apple tree. So I don't know what's gonna happen to this, but never mind. And I think this is a cranberry. That's a cranberry. And this is that's grapevine. And all this in the back, I've got 3 goji berry. The goji berry is actually, it really grows big. Yeah, cramped too much in here, I think. I've already had blueberries in here, but the blueberry had no chance because when the foliage is in full bloom all around here, that's so shaded that it's got no chance to survive. So I've got the 3 goji berries, and I've only had 2 or 3 raspberry canes, like 3 years ago, I think, put them in, and literally that tried to overtake my whole fruit cage. Can you see all these? What are coming to leaves? That's all now raspberries. Yeah, they all going like crazy. So that's a learning curve for me, that is. I've also got another grapevine in here and gooseberry. How about that? Okay. And the last thing I've got in here I want to show you, it's my 5 raised beds. I've decided that I'm going to have perennials in all of these raised beds, so they're gonna come back every year for me. Oh, the little daffodils just out. How cute! That's pretty. And I've got loads of garlic in there as well. Actually, it's covered. Half of them is garlic. I tried to sort this strawberry out now for the past 3 years, you know, because it's just too many in here and now it's producing smaller and smaller fruit. We really need to do something with it, separate, but I just don't know where to put them. I keep thinking I'm gonna do it, but what I have done, I have started, you see those 4 missing patches, and I put them in here because we love strawberry jam, our favorite jam. I would like to have more strawberries. So what I've done, I've told you from the fruit cage, I've got the blueberries. I've got 1, 2, 3 blueberries in here now. I've moved them from the fruit cage to here, and I've put some strawberries around it. So let's see what's happened in this one. It's looking good at the moment. This one, the strawberry, I'm just gonna little weed around, and that stays as it is again. We'll see how it's gonna do this year. This one's got an echinacea in here all along. An echinacea. I think it's got an artichoke in that corner, but I'm thinking to move in the middle. And yeah, just perennial flowers and stuff in here. Garlic. All these are garlic actually. And the next one is my used to be rhubarb, but now the horseradish taking over raised bed. So the rhubarb is not looking good at all. What I've done this year, I thought, I'm gonna have a go with this forcing rhubarb, right? So I've covered it with a big bucket, and I took it off in the worst time ever. We had a frost right after, and I think I've lost loads, but it's coming back. So got my fingers crossed we can have some rhubarb crumble, jam, and all that. And then we got absolutely millions of horseradish. They are sprouting back now. Look, all this. Look, just trying to show you. Look at this. This is a horseradish. Wow. Okay, and the last one is my asparagus bed. I did see a few coming up, already been eaten by, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do this. One's coming up here, can you see? Hey, one's coming up. But I think I need to be quicker than a slug, otherwise the slugs love this. But yeah, I'm hoping for a nice harvest this year of an asparagus. But yeah, so this is our March garden tour. I'm gonna do the potatoes now, and probably later on I'm gonna show you what's happening in the Pretty greenhouse and in the Polytunnel. So in this bed I've got bok choy, two rows of pak choi, vibrant joy. I have got 3 rows of lettuces. These are the bigger ones, so you can see these ones, and then it's all along. They're just so tiny you probably can't see them. But this one is the Lollo Rossa, these nice burgundy colored leaves. This one is my self-seed from last year. And I've also got in here whatever I found growing from self-seeded onions and leeks from last year. Don't be scratching. Needs to be a center of attention as always. Lucy, you silly sausage. Thank you. So we've got some onion from last year's self-seeded onion all along there. The baby onions, slightly bigger towards the end. This side looks like leek, and then in the shorter side we've got coriander growing. So this probably will fill up nice the next couple of weeks, and we're gonna have, you're dying to come in, my dog. Look, we worked it out now how to use a little cage. So behind you, lots of things happening in here. Again, these onions are what I've saved from last year, what was growing, just planted in here. I've scattered loads of dill seed, so as you can see, the dill is coming up. I've got a couple of rows of radishes. Between the radishes, now it's just poking through, we've got some pea. Look, I put like pea, 1, 2, 3, 4, quite a few rows of peas. What I was thinking, we can have like just as a pea shoot in a salad. That's it, I think, in here. Lots of other things growing because I call it a little dumping station. So when I've got leftover lettuces, I just took it in here. So you've got lettuces. I love this variegated colours. That's a sycamore, we don't need that. We've also got some cabbages growing, look, and stuff. So that's grass, we don't need that. But yeah, all sorts of growing in here. Nasturtium, self-seeded from last year. The next middle 2 bed is the 2 bed what I have not sown this year. These are from last August sown plants. So I've sowed the seeds in last August, not August, sorry, autumn, and then planted them on, can't remember when I planted them on. See, end of last year, early this year. And then these are our spring green. These 2 bed is the main bed what we are eating now in salad. So I've got this beautiful lettuce, lovely crunchy, hardy, so frost doesn't matter, survive. We've got this beautiful spinach. Look at these beautiful green huge leaves, and they're delicious. And this kale. So what I usually do weekly, I just take all the outer leaves out. That's how I harvest all my salad. I never pull them out, and they just keep producing. So I pick like a big bag full, wash it, spin it, put it in like a Ziploc bag in a fridge, and it lasts us for a week or even longer for breakfast, dinners, whatever we need it for. So the next bed is similar than this. So we've got spinach, lettuce, kale, but we've also got different varieties of turnip, and these are now really nicely bulbing up. So these are now ready for harvest. This delicious turnip, and I will probably give the turnip leaf to the animals, to the chickens and the goats. I've just noticed this one now going to seed, so all this now will go probably to the goats. See, it's not even that cold, but it's already you know, that's fine. We've got kale, spinach, onion growing in here. We use this as an onion green. Also wild garlic season is now, you got all around the property, so I put that in our salad bag. Also got some parsley growing here and sorrel. So yeah, this is that time of the salad, all about the salad, the root vegetables. And that's the second zone of my radish. It's coming up nicely. I'm taking this sycamore. We've got so many sycamore trees around us. But yeah, this radish looking amazing. Next to the radish, this big one is our mustard. That looks lush. We need to start really eating this again in a salad or egg spread or anything. Got like a spicy, peppery flavor, really nice. And I will just cut this off and then I'll just leave the rest, put some maybe more compost or something, and we'll be ready for the... Okay, that's fine. Stop it! It's a very naughty dog. So along here I've sown 1, 2, 3, 4 things. So we've got a row of spinach, what literally just started to come up. Tiny spinach. Next door we've got chard, and then carrot. It just came up. The carrot is just coming up. All these are the carrot, little carrot babies. Lucy, and this one is my home saved parsley. That's coming up now as well. Look. So that's it. These are just last year's leek and some onion. Sorrel in the corner, and that's my homemade compost. The 3 big pots are the Polytunnel mix, so that's how I make peat, soil and my homemade compost. And in this last bed, the dog has just been digging there. I keep telling her it's no dig, but it's not listening. Last year I had a few Celia to attract the pollinators and the bees in here to pollinate my tomatoes, and self-seeded, so we've got like all these lots of Phacelia baby plants what I need to remove. I can't just leave this here because the Phacelia in here grows absolutely huge, so it will take over the whole raised bed. But yeah, this is my Polytunnel tour. See you in the pretty greenhouse. So in the pretty greenhouse last night we had quite low temperatures, 3.7 degrees Celsius. At the moment in here is 19 degrees, and the maximum was 27 degrees Celsius. We had a touch of frost last night. Outside in the garden we had 0 point something, so touch of frost. Wow, look how much things are going in here already. Let me just show you, if you come closer to see these baby tiny plants. So we've got all cabbages, all these different cabbages, kohlrabi growing, tomatoes, look, they all up. All these are all different varieties of tomatoes. I've sown 18 different varieties this year. That's the beetroot, that's the another kohlrabi, different variety. This is the aubergine. That actually I need to put this on now because the true leaves coming. I've got some celery growing in here, peppers, all these little baby peppers. I've got sorrel, more, I think this is celeriac. No, this is celery, and that's cilantro, coriander. All these are coriander as well. And what are these? This is the very sad okra. Cauliflower, cauliflower. Yeah, all these are cauliflower. These are the lettuces, what were in the polytunnel, the Lollo Rossa. These need to go out as well. And that's a saladin, the iceberg lettuce. That now ready to go out soon. And all the sweet peas and the chard. So that's this side. And the other side I've got pea, but it's not come up yet. I've got experimental bean, that's just one, single bean, some coriander, okra, more cauliflower, all around here, cauliflower and chard, and the onion that I've sowed from seed, just separated. And look at this coriander, lovely. And the baby celeriac, look how tiny they are. So hard to separate them. And then all these are cabbages. So yeah, spring cabbages and April, spring, yeah, all spring cabbages. And broad beans, the broad beans are really ready to go out now. So after I do the potatoes, that's gonna be the next. The broad beans need to go out. So yeah, all looking really good. I'm really happy with everything. And because this is not a heated greenhouse, what I do, I leave the plants what can tolerate kind of frosty or just not above frosty weather. And if I know it's like a really frosty night coming, we use this greenhouse heater to put on if you need to. But you know, the sweet pea, the lettuces, the sorrel, the celery, celeriac, the pea, the onion. Lucy, come here. Come on, you sausage. So yeah, they can stay, even the chard, cauliflower, cabbage, they can all stay, broad beans, all can stay out in here safe and sound. But what cannot stay out in here, because the temperature is still really low, so I just, some of the plants I bring out in the morning and take it in the evening, and those are the definitely the tomatoes. They go to the conservatory under the grow light. And I'm also gonna take the peppers. So the peppers, chilies, aubergine, they will come back with me to the conservatory. But the rest, I'm happy to leave the rest in here. Yeah, this okra, it's clearly dying, so I'm just, the okra is obviously, they need to go in a house, but I just leave that in here now. And yeah, so this is my doggy Lucy Bear. She's gardening with me every day, all the time in the garden. She loves digging. Right, baby? You love digging? Yes, you are. Yes, you love digging. So, hope you enjoyed my March garden tour. And I hope you all having a wonderful March and coming, all your lovely vegetables and garden plants coming along nicely. Let's keep carry on encouraging and supporting each other. And see you soon. Bye bye.